This is the continuation of the last video. So we have discussed a couple of programs, and here we discuss the rest of those. Open the execute anonymous window, and I just remove this. So what we were supposed to discuss is that I'll just check the last video. Just giving and just a moment. Okay. So these are the examples which we have discussed in the last video. So the first one is write an Apex program to define two variables and display the values on the debug log file. So for that we have taken two variables, and we have provided the uh, integer, it seems one integer or one string, whatever the data type you will take, and it's simply to display those values on the debug log file. We have assigned upon defining the data type. So, and we have also done the debug using system.debug. Okay. So this is about the first one. The second one is all about to calculate the total marks of the three subjects. So I believe we required to discuss on this particular program. And the third one is write an Apex program to calculate the simple interest. So this is already done, and we need to discuss about this write an Apex program to find out the sum of the first 50 numbers, and write an Apex program to perform the mathematical operations for the given three numbers. Okay, let's just understand. So I went to my developer console in my personal developer edition. So I was about to write the program on this execute anonymous window. So I'm just giving what the program we supposed to discuss here. Write an Apex program to calculate total marks with three subjects, right? So for this, generally what we will take, we require three variables. One is, maths, physics, chemistry. Those are the variables I can say. And to hold the calculation of these three subjects, we will just take the result as a one more variable. So I'm now taking as a data type integer to hold a numerical value. So I'm taking three variables: maths, physics, chemistry, and result. So here I'm assigning some values here. So just 80, and physics, so some 16, chemistry to some 50. So result is something we need to have a addition of all these three subjects that we need to display over the system.debug log file. Chemistry. Alright. So now we were doing a system.debug, which is nothing but we will write like this: result total marks of the three subjects. I'll just do some gap here to understand the debug log. And instead of storing the calculation into one more variable, you can also directly print or debug like this. So debug this. I'm just taking entire these. I'll just execute the entire program, executing this, and open log. We have already enabled that open log. And if you could see, there is a log open, and just do the debug only. And we can find out the debug which we have done here. In the 10th line, we have taken system.debug. In the 10th line, we have taken the system.debug, right? So total marks of the 3 subjects and result. In the same way, we have also taken system.debug total marks and having max plus physics plus chemistry, the total calculation. So which provides those result. Okay. So and individually also we can do the debug. So system.debug, and here we can take max. Max. The same way we can also debug all these. So here physics, and this is chemistry. So executing this will provide some debug log files, and when we do the debug, if you identify here at 3.2, we have a debug log, and debugging this we were getting all these. If you see max is 80, so in the debug log also it is providing max 80, because since on the 6th line we were debugging or printing this variable. Okay, so 80 plus 60 plus 50, and the result would be 190. So the way it will provide the debug log in the 13th line. So in the 13th line, we have taken the system.debug, and in the result variable, we have already stored the calculation of all these 3 variables. Okay. Hope everyone got this. And the next program is all about, if I'm not wrong, so write an Apex program to perform the mathematical operations for the given two numbers. So for these, what we can do, we'll just take integer, first number, second number, and then result. Okay. So first number I was assigning one value. Second number I'm assigning some value. So the result is to store the calculation or the mathematical operation of these two numbers. So the first number plus second number. So system.debug addition result is and then result is equals to first number minus second number system.debug subtraction result is equals to first number into second number. So system.debug so multiplication result is so result is equals to first number divided by second number system.debug division result is equals to, so the final one is all about uh, the math dot mod. How we can write this? Math dot mod first number comma second number. System.debug reminder value is result. Okay, this way we can uh, perform the mathematical operations and do the debug. Just check all this entry here. So debug this variable doesn't exist. FIRSTR. Okay, somewhere I have done spelling mistake. Okay, fine. Do the execute highlighted. Okay. System dot math exception divide by 0. Okay. So 100 by 0, which we will have a infinity. So Apex have not provided any such data type. Let's take another value here and try to debug it. Or yeah, it's fine. Okay. So we have a debug log at 310 and just do the debug. So if you see 100 plus 20, 120, 100 minus 20, 80, 100 into 20, 2000, 100 by 20, so which is a 5, and the remainder which will be a 0. So if you see, we have assigned 100 and 20. Second number is 20. Based on the calculation which has been provided, it will vary according to the assigned values. Since the first one is a addition, so 100 plus 20, which provides you 120. So here also 100 minus 20, which provides you 80. And here the multiplication, right? So 100 into 20, so 200, sorry, 100 into 20, 2000, 100 by 20 equals to 5. And here math dot remainder would be 0, right? So yeah, this is all about Apex program to perform the mathematical operations for the given two numbers. So let's check if I have missed anything. So if you could see, write an Apex program to calculate the total marks of the three subjects was done, and to calculate the simple interest. So to find out the sum of the first 50 numbers. Okay, so this thing we need to discuss. Okay, let's so write an Apex program. So whatever we were discussing on the execute anonymous window will not be saved on the metadata repository. So this should be saved in the desktop or somewhere in the notepad or notepad plus plus. So later on discussing S objects or object oriented programming language. So it, we can use classes and methods, so it could be saved as an Apex class. But right at the moment on the execute anonymous window is just to test the expected results, and the logic which we have provided or which we were expecting is right or not, based on the based on the debug logs which it was showing us on the debug log file. Those are the results based upon our logic which has been written in the execute anonymous. This is a platform, or this is the way it we were good to test the logic. Okay, so write an Apex program. So what is that? Write an Apex program to find out the sum of first 50 numbers. Write an Apex program to find out the first 50 numbers, right? Okay, so here when we were discussing on this, right, write an Apex program to find out the first 50 numbers. So this is the formula we need to apply: n into n plus 1 by 2. Okay, so I'm just taking one integer here. So integer, let's take maximum number and then result. Okay, so maximum number I was assigning some value. Okay, maximum number let it be 50 right now, and result which I need to hold the formula, right? So for that, so n into n plus 1, in my case, maximum number is the n. So maximum number into maximum number plus 1 by 2. Okay. So by 2, right? Okay. So we need to close entire bracket by 2. So now we can do the debug. Sum of the first first maximum number. We can write anything here, the debug block inside the message. So and then we were printing this result. So 50 into 51, 50 into 51 by 2. Okay. So now I'm just executing this maximum integer. So integer void unknown. Just a second. Integer maximum number, it's a variable and it's also variable. Okay. N into n plus 1 by 2. Now if I have written like this, Apex will not understand. We need to provide a very clear mathematical operation. So here we need to give this one, or otherwise it will think that is something like a method and on the runtime we will get some exceptions. Let's check once again. Okay, so now we have a debug log here on 370, and now we can verify the debug only. So if you see, so we got the result as 1275. If we verify also, we will have a result same result. Okay, so this way we can use debug log files to verify the expected results or the logic is working as expected. Okay, that's all for today, friends. Thank you.